In a day and era where there are overpowered champions everywhere, with 8 million dashes, Azir still stands to this day as an amazing champion that can still hold his own against all odds. And he's back in what may be his most balanced state yet. And I'm here to teach you how to play him. Fuck! Hello there, my name is FENIX. I've been playing this godforsaken game since Season 3, and I've been playing Azir since its release. Welcome to my guide. Now I may be wondering, who am I? Well, that's a very simple question to answer, you see. I'm just some random fucking kid on the internet that plays video games. But that's not important. All you gotta know is that I'm an Azir main that put way too much time into this champion despite how bad he is. Now I'm gonna be real with you people out there. You're gonna be terrible on this guy. Azir is extremely hard to pilot and you need to spend a lot of time to be somewhat good at him. He can push towers, control zones, high DPS and bursts, and a fucking godlike late game. But like I said, hard to master. I'm gonna level with you all. Small disclaimer. Just because I made a guide does not mean you will be amazing on Azir immediately. You will need to practice. Also, I am someone that is hard stuck low diamond, so if you know everything about Azir, this is my interpretation of him, so please take this guy with a grain of salt. Alright, shut the fuck up, let's get in this fucking guy's ability. Let's go, gamers, hoorah! Azir's W. Arise. Summons a stand soldier to auto-attack for you. If you summon 3 with each soldier up, you get an attack speed buff. I've used the boys, Joe, Jeff, and James, and they're pretty cool dudes to work with, and what's happening? Joe? Azir's Q is Conquering Sands. It sends its soldiers into where your cursor is pointing at and will slow enemies when it hits. His E is Shifting Sands. It lets Azir dash onto the nearest soldier from your cursor and gives an extra soldier an enemy impact. And his ult... Also, his passive is a turret you can summon on already destroyed turrets. It's not really as important like the other abilities, but you can use it to siege or defend. And I know you're getting impatient and you're asking, But FENIX, how do we do that faker thing where we dash like a mile away and push the entire enemy team into them? Blah blah blah, yeah, okay? Let me get to it. This is called drifting, the WEQ combo. Now let me demonstrate a simple Azir dash to you guys. Pretty cool, right? Well, we can make it even better. When you E to a soldier, wait until the right time just before the animation ends. Once you see that frame, press Q immediately and you will get... It's gonna take some time to practice, but trust me, learning this frame perfectly is worth it. With the power of the drift, you can use it to set up a gank for your jungler. You know, if your jungler even cares or is even alive. You can use it to get to lane faster. You can use it to dash through walls. You can use it to dash through 2 walls. You can even use it to gank another lane. Drifting is vital to playing Azir. But forget about that. Now, let's talk about runes. Let's start with the precision tree. Lethal tempo. Late game limit breaker with helpful wave clear. Conqueror. Use it against heavy frontliners and you get some sustain with it too. I'd also like to take the time to talk about presence of mind. This shit will stack your mana harder than mana full band. Please pick it. Then we got Hail of Blades, what I consider the best rune for Azir and my favorite because it just gives him good everything and synergizes well with his kit, and not to mention it utilizes the domination tree. Electrocute. Pretty good for poking and it's good where in a meta you need to burst someone before they do to you. Everything in the domination tree is pretty much good. It's just so versatile in what you need for the time. Then we have Comet and Airy. Long range matchups and melee matchups respectively. Unfortunately, they're not as good anymore and the sword tree just sucks. Now that you know what runes to take, I think you're finally ready to dominate with Azir. Whoa, hold on there a minute, bucko. What about summoner spells and items, huh? Well, to be honest, you can just take any summoner spell you want as long as you have flash. You have the freedom to do so. Items, however. Let's start with Leandries. It is generally used against tankier comps. This percent health damage can really melt through their entire health bar. Combine that with multiple soldiers, nashers, and lethal tempo, and tanks just go bye-bye. It actually still does a lot of damage even when there are no tanks. The pure damage output just from the stats alone can dish out so much. It also gives you so much ability haste every legendary item you buy, giving you more chance to resummon, reposition, and dash to soldiers. And since you buy Lost Chapter for it, you're practically never accounting for that extra ability haste for using more abilities, making this the perfect DPS item for Azir. Imperial Mandate, more supportive item. Let your team do bonus damage whenever you immobilize an enemy, whether it be your Q slow or your ult. Oh, and speaking of immobilizing, it also synergizes well with Azir's kit, and when you combine it with Rylai's, it just makes it way overpowered. Your soldiers reapplying the slow again and again, just let your team basically one-shot them from the constant reapplying of the mandate mark. And the health it gives is pretty useful, making you seem much more tankier than usual. Sadly, however, it has been nerfed to the ground, so it's not as strong as it once was. It is still viable though, but it's just not as good. Night Harvester, a pure burst item for Azir. Azir is not only a DPS machine. Hell, old school Azir had such high stats, it got to the point where people thought he was a mage assassin of some sort. And that turned into silence, but you know, it also gives ability haste each legendary item you buy, and a bunch of health, making you seem semi-tanky as well. Its passive is also pretty good, as it can give Azir a lot of move speed for kiting, while dealing with a fuck ton of damage. You know, for a burst item, it is still pretty versatile for poking enemies and straight up just deleting them in one single shot, making it feel like it was DFG all over again. And then we got Luden's Tempest. Honestly, I do not like Luden's Tempest, since it was even introduced as a possibility for Azir back in Season 10. But since old Nashers is gone, we're just gonna have to go with it for the time being. Luden's is the best item on Azir right now, since it just gets every stat for him. First, you get free magic pen for each legendary item you buy, so you're bursting squishies and MR stackers, so it almost doesn't matter if you get specific magic pen. Oh, and you can poke from afar as well. Okay, oh, and you can burst people down too. Okay, you can just wave clear easily with a fucking passive it has that also gives you a speed buff. I'm surprised it doesn't give you more ability haste at this point. And also, like last season, it gives you a fuck ton of mana to Lost Chapter, so once again you're never As a DPS Nashers Azir devotee that despise people asking should they build Ludens on Azir, this is fucking ridiculous. But nonetheless, if you want to succeed in Azir as a beginner, this is the go item for you. That's all. There are also other items like Riftmaker that are overpowered late game, ramping up your damage and giving true damage as well. And it even lets you stack a magic pen with each legendary item too. However, it has no mana and has a useless Omnivamp stat that you don't need. Also, why get Riftmaker when Liandry's does its job way better than it anyways? Pick Riftmaker all you want, but be advised, Liandry's just way more viable, effective, and useful. You also have Rocket Belt and Everfrost, which are pretty much memed on but can actually sometimes work for Azir. For items after Mythics, just pick from this picture accordingly. Emphasis on Nashers, Deathcap, and Void Staff. So now you know the abilities, how to drift, what runes and items to pick, but now how do you actually play Azir? Now I'm gonna let you in a very secrety secret on how to play Azir. Are you ready to hear it? Come a bit closer. Play aggressive 90% of the time. One of the biggest mistakes I see most Azir players do is not being aggressive enough. It may seem like since Azir has only one dash that can be blocked, you want to play safe, right? But with the range of your soldiers, you absolutely want to be aggressive in lane. So much so that your enemy laner can't even farm the minions and you just poke them out. Now look at this clip. Victor just used his only peel ability, and he lost a lot of his health just from constant soldier attacks. What does that mean? That means you can just go in there with your soldiers and fucking one-shot his ass. Get out of here! Get the fuck! Now look at this Zyra. I bullied her at the lane and watch her throw this E for a half-court shot across the goddamn world. Now you have free wins to just go in there, fuck her, get out of here, bitch, get out! But sometimes you want to play safe when a bunch of fucking assholes try to 3-man dive you and you just say, no, I refuse. Smart. Sometimes you see a rock elemental bait your bird ass with some fishies, but all you gotta do is just go in there and say, bitch, I'm Azir, I'm made from the ground, your rocks do nothing but fill my ego and make your hood stand out, you fucking dumbass nasty looking bitch, you better get the fuck. There is one thing that I really want to talk about on Azir though, and that is the positioning of soldiers and your use of abilities. Now let's look at this river fight here. Pause. Look at where my soldiers are. They're in prime position to attack Ezreal and Vi should they retreat or go forward. So let's play the clip through. Vi queues onto my Jhin and gets autoed by my soldiers. Ezreal walks into soldier range and now he's getting autoed. Now they have to retreat. I E to my furthest soldier to have a better drift into them and we get a bunch of fucking kills. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So now the video is practically done and you are free to leave. But if you want a more kinda in-depth gameplay of Azir, the next few minutes will be a VOD review. Skip ahead if you don't really want my takes here. Now I'm against an Orianna in a 4v5 unfortunately, but I can show you how a great Azir can make the enemy team think it's impossible to win. So here we are in the laning phase, you know, all simple, get poked by Ori, then boom. Now in your head you're like, what the fuck just happened? Well, this soldier, once again, positioning is key, is not only getting all 3 CS, but is pressuring Ori from the wave. And she says, so you get free poke if she walks up and free CS at the same time. On to the second wave. And then here we are once again. Soldier is focusing on melee so Azir can get level 2 and Ori can come near or she'll get shanked. She practically has no choice here. So she has to trade some health for CS or let me just hard push her. But it's too late. I get level 2 and accomplish both at the same time. Wave 3. Someone's probs gonna gank me. Lo and behold, Bard is here, bored from the 1v2, so I just dash out of there. But now, here we see Ori has the wave advantage. So, isn't this a bad thing? Well, actually, not at all. Wave 3 is typically where you want to play safe because not only are junglers out to get you now, but you can all in the enemy laner if they come near. Now look at this. Ori is half health, I have my soldiers ready, Hail of Blades, Ignite, Flash, Q and E are up, and my pot is running. So that results in me getting an easy kill on Ori. Ignore that flash. Here, Ori went upwards, so I put a control ward there to see she was putting her ward there as well. So I poke her so I can get it, and then Ivern and his goon Bard are here to kill me. So I dash out there immediately and get away with the slightest bit of health. And oh shit! Wait! Look at Bard! Look at Bard! Look! Pop! Place a ward on Dragon. This is typically not a ward that's good, but because bot is free to roam at any time, it's a kinda good ward to see if they rush Dragon. Now here, Ori went bot to bully Ezreal more, so I hard push her wave. I suspect Ivern is topside, so I warn Karma because she has no escapes. Here I am, still pushing. Ori comes back. I tried to kite with soldiers, get hit anyway, but I still outtrade her because, once again, saving my abilities, I saved Q. Here I still keep pushing, Ori starts walking up, so Ivern's probably here. Just as I expected, these fucking bitches. I dash out there, Bard is here for some odd reason. Now if you're gonna be setting up an all-in on an enemy, at least don't make it obvious. Like, back up first, going, oh, I'm not gonna kill you, and surprise them and stab them and shit. Jesus fucking Christ, Yon is so fast too. Oh, Azir, yes, Azir time, yeah. Oh, here it comes. Bard ults it and tries to be the hero, dash into the Ashe and ult both of them. This Ashe is practically dead. I ignited Azir and I stabbed her harder than the senators did to Julius Caesar. Now another common misconception is that Azir can't roam because he only has one dash, but that is not the case. And then the sweeper plant reveals him taking raptors and is going up to his red. So I ping Shaco to take the left, I take the right. And I see him queue into the Krug, so I immediately dash into him, auto with my soldiers, and Shaco comes in to help me finish the kill. And now, we have leeway over the top lane and Herald. Now here, I purposefully don't put my turret down until they engage on us. just to make sure it doesn't go wasted. But here Ivern tries to go kill Karma and ints miserably. Yone, the extremely balanced champion, hits both of us with his ult. I counter with my ult, and I want you guys to keep a close eye on Orianna. Look, wait for it. So we reset and come back to siege again. This time I wait for the minions to collapse for my turret. Here they come, place it now. Now we poke at them and try to force them to move away from the turret so we can go and force the push. Well, we almost get Yone and Shaco pings Dragon. And since I can melt it, I move immediately. I ping my turret so they can see when they need to retreat and stuff. And almost instantly, like it was comedic timing, Ezreal stays on my dead turret and dies. I kind of think this is kind of my fault for not staying with the team, since I am the greatest of all time and they obviously need me. But nonetheless, I go and save Karma. I put soldiers into the path to pressure them, Bard's ults, and they're gonna collapse into us. And I absolutely flattened these three idiots like a fucking pancake. I flashed away from Ori because I thought she had ult. Then I get my soldiers to go ahead, go up there, side tackle her robo ass, and here is just a moment where it's just a matter of me just being 300 IQ, where I mind control Ashe through the internet onto the airwaves to feed me the pentakill, with the power of the hypotenuse and the gravity of the earth concurred from the sun and the moon. And here she comes, I call them a bunch of pussies, and boom, a pentakill. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you play Azir. Well, there you have it. I taught you people all I know on Azir. There's actually one thing that I didn't mention on purpose, called the Revenant Drift. While yes, it has amazing outplay potential, you're rarely gonna be using it. Now I said at the start of the video, yes, I am hard stuck and I either only play normals or play other actual fun games. So if I missed anything or said something wrong, please go ahead and criticize me in the comments. If you're gonna trash me for that, then okay, I guess. If you skip the entire video for some reason, I'm gonna remind you all again. Azir takes time to even be somewhat good. It's not just some champ you can blind pick and just win like Echo or Malzahar or Syndra or Diana. You will fail and feed, but that's okay. Don't try to rush everything, trying to act like Faker. Take it slow, learn how to drift and position soldiers correctly, and then you'll master Azir in no time. I don't know what the future of this channel is, considering I have deleted several videos that aren't League related out of embarrassment, and I don't want League to be the only game I play. So if you can, please subscribe, it's free, and whatever the fuck Dream says when he tells anyone to sub to his channel. That's it for me, and I'll see you guys, if you even decide to stay along for this journey, for the beginning of the end, on the next video. Oh shit, I got demoted gold!